Welcome to my channel Lenovate. In this video, we will going to discuss about the degradation of purine nucleotide. So the purine nucleotide that is synthesized in the liver, and we have just discussed the whole cycle of the purine nucleotide synthesis, and then that nucleotide will become salvage to be reused again. And we have also discussed the salvage pathway of purine nucleotide. So if you have not watched the previous videos, go and watch these videos on our channel. So now we will going to discuss in this video the purine degradation pathway and what are the conditions if the uric acid, that is the end product of the purine nucleotide, will accumulate in the body. Which condition will occur, and we will also going to discuss the consequences of this condition. Now starting from the purine nucleotide degradation that occurred in the small intestine by the nuclease enzyme. So that nuclease enzyme will going to degrade the nucleotides, and then it degrades it into the nitrogenous bases and the pentose sugar. Then what happens, this purine nucleotide having the uric acid as the end product is released in the end of the reaction. So starting from the degradation of purine that occur in the small intestine, starting from the two precursors that are the adenosine monophosphate and inosine monophosphate. These two monophosphates are prepared from the purine nucleotide synthesis, and at the end these will going to degrade. How? The AMP will going to convert into the adenosine, and the IMP, that is the inosine monophosphate, convert into the inosine. Then the adenosine can also convert into inosine directly in the presence of enzyme that is the adenosine deaminase. This enzyme will going to cause the conversion of adenosine into the inosine directly. Then this inosine will going to convert its product, that is a nitrogenous base, hypoxanthine. The conversion of inosine into hypoxanthine required the enzyme that is the purine nucleoside phosphorylase. Now this hypoxanthine is again degraded into the xanthine. The xanthine, that is their end product. Now here you can see the inosine that is converted into the hypoxanthine, that is the base of inosine, is now converted into the xanthine. The xanthine conversion is under the influence of xanthine oxidase enzyme. So the xanthine, that is a major end product of the purine nucleotide, is going to be formed from another pathway. In the right hand side here you can see the guanosine monophosphate, that is a GMP, because when there is a purine synthesis, three major products are formed. There is a AMP, IMP and GMP. So GMP, that is a guanosine monophosphate, can also convert into guanosine and ultimately into guanine. Then this guanine can also directly convert into xanthine, that is an end product, by the enzyme that is called guanase. Guanase is an enzyme that converts the guanine into the xanthine. Now when the xanthine is formed under the influence of these two enzymes, this xanthine can ultimately convert into the uric acid. And this conversion of xanthine into the uric acid required the xanthine oxidase. This xanthine oxidase enzyme that is present here and also in the conversion of hypoxanthine into the xanthine is an important enzyme for the conversion of xanthine into the uric acid. So ultimately we have the end product, the uric acid, and that uric acid will be released from the body through the urine or the excretion. Now what happens if there is an increase and more amount of degradation of purine nucleotide? When there is more and more degradation, then ultimately the level of AMP, IMP or GMP increases, and ultimately all this increase. So after the whole cycle there will be increased amount of uric acid. So in this way more and more uric acid will be accumulated in our bones, in our body and the soft tissues. So there is a condition related to increased accumulation of uric acid called as gout. This gout is characterized by the hyperuricemia and the recurrent attacks of the arthritis, pain, inflammation that is caused by the monosodium urate crystals. So it is an extremely painful condition because the accumulation of the monosodium urate crystals in the joints. In the gout, hyperuricemia results from the under secretion of uric acid or overproduction of uric acid. So in both the condition there will be increased accumulation of uric acid inside the body. So in this way, the crystal deposition called as the tophi may be seen in the soft tissues and in the kidneys. That is also called as the urolithiasis. The kidney produce the large amount of uric acid, and then it will cause the kidney stones, the uric acid stones, and all these conditions are related to the gout. The treatment of gout is with the allopurinol, that is an inhibitor of xanthine oxidase enzyme. What happens if we inhibit this enzyme? There will be less accumulation of the uric acid and there will be more accumulation of xanthine. So xanthine, that is a soluble product, can be solubilized in the water and it will be soluble in the body. So in this way, less amount of uric acid is produced, and less amount of uric acid, so accumulation of xanthine and hypoxanthine will be more, and their compound are more soluble than uric acid. So it is a less risk factor. That's why we use the allopurinol as a treatment of this gout condition. So this was all about. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more.